The following problem states, name the following ionic compounds. A, CaO, B, Mg3N2, and C, Fe2S3. When approaching this problem, we know there's two different ways that we can name ionic compounds. We have type 1, which uses the main group metals, or type 2, which you use for your transition metals. So in type 1, you name the name of your cation and your base name of your anion plus "-ide". In type 2, you keep the name of your cation, you put the charge of the cation metal in Roman numerals in parentheses, and then you have your base name of your anion followed by "-ide". So let's go ahead and practice this and identify whether it falls under type 1 or type 2 before we go into naming. Calcium oxide. Well, CaO. Let's start off with that. CaO. We know calcium is a main group metal, so we're going to name this one as calcium, followed by our anion, followed by "-ide would be oxide. In part B, it's Mg3N2. Well, magnesium is a main group metal, and so we name this one as magnesium, and then we find nitrogen. Okay, so nitrogen would be nitride. So both of these with the type 1 naming of ionic compounds. For type 2, we have Fe2S3. Well, we know iron is a transition metal. Well, what charge is associated to it? Well, if you don't know the charge associated to it, you know down here you can swap your subscripts and those refer to the charges. So this would be Fe3 plus and S2 minus. Remember, to make a neutral ionic compound, they swap the charges in order to make it neutral. Another way you could determine the charges is if you know sulfur has a -2 charge associated to it, you could have said we have 2 ions, we don't know the charge associated to it, we have 3 sulfurs times -2 is equal to 0. And we could have solved this expression for x, and we would have gotten the same result. X is equal to 3. So now we know the charge associated to iron, we can go ahead and name it, which would be iron 3, and then followed by sulfide. And that's our type 2 naming for ionic compounds. It is important that you understand how to name both types and what format you're using and what they mean. Thank you.